Welcome to Function of the Week here at Excel Grandmaster. These are going to be a series of short videos giving you an overview of a function and maybe a couple of examples of it in use. I'll almost certainly give these functions some more time in either one of my Mastering Excel videos or on one of the mini project videos. I've built a function spinner and each week it's going to pick the function that we talk about and I'm going to have 5 minutes to talk you through it. So here we go. Okay, so our first function of the week is XLOOKUP. Now this is a new function and it's only available in Office 365. So if you have another version of Office, this isn't going to work. This is essentially a replacement for VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP and index match. Okay, so I've got 5 minutes to demonstrate XLOOKUP to you. This is a really great, versatile function and I'm really excited to use it. I'm going to be using a version of the student exam results spreadsheet that I used in Mastering Excel Tutorial 3 with a couple of drop downs added up here. These let me select a student ID number and a section of the exam, that's sections 1 to 3 or the total mark. I'll put a link in the description of this video, so if you want to download this spreadsheet then you can, and you can play with it in your own time. I'll be using it for all of the Function of the Week videos. The first thing I want to do is show you the basic XLOOKUP function. So I'll use it to return the total mark for whichever student is selected in the student ID drop down here. Let's put the result for this in cell K4. Okay, so I select cell K4 and I'll type equals XLOOKUP open bracket, and you can see it needs a lookup value. This is what you are searching for. And we need the value from J4, our selected student ID. Then comma. Now we need to let it know the lookup array. This is where we're searching for that value. In our example, where we are searching for the student ID, I'm going to select cells A8 to A11, as this is where we have the student IDs listed. Following that with another comma, and then we need to pass the return array. This is the data that we want to return. Now, a key fact to remember here is this needs to be the same size as the lookup array. I'm going to select E8 to E11, and in this case there are 4 rows in both arrays. To be the same size if we are searching rows like we are in this example, the lookup array and return array need to be the same number of rows. And for the simplest version of the function, that's all we need. I can close the bracket and press enter. And now changing the student ID, you can see it's returning the total mark in cell K4 just as we wanted. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about the optional variables that you can pass XLOOKUP. The first one is if not found. You can put something in here that will be returned if the lookup value isn't found. It's like using if NA with VLOOKUP. Only now I can put it all in one function. So let's add that to our function here. I want to type a string, so I'll type quotes student not found and quotes, and then press enter. Now let's change the student ID for the student we've got selected. I'll just make up a new 6-digit number over here in column A, and you can see that now the lookup value can't be found, so the function is returning student not found. You also have match mode. The default for this is exact match, and you'll probably be using this most of the time. And search mode. This lets you change from the default of searching from the start to the end to going the other way, from the end to the start. Now, as I mentioned right at the beginning, this is a new Excel function, and like a lot of new Excel functions, it can return arrays. Let's say we wanted to return the result for every section in the exam, not just the total for the student we select. I'm going to change the return array to do that. I'll change it from B8 to E11. It's got the same number of rows still, so it's the same size. But when I hit enter, you can see it returns all the results in an array. This is a great thing to have, and we can use it in the final example that I'm going to show you now. I'm going to use 2 XLOOKUPs together. That way we can select both the student and the section that we want the mark for. Okay, so let's clear K4 and type equals XLOOKUP open brackets and the lookup value. This is still the student ID from J4. And the lookup array, this hasn't changed either. It's still a list of student numbers, A8 to A11. Now, in the return array, we're going to add a second XLOOKUP function. This one is to select the section we want to return. Well, the selected section is in J5, so that's our lookup value. The lookup array is the list of sections. Now these go across the sheet, cells B7 to E7. Finally, our return array. This will be cells B8 to E11. You can see this is the same number of rows as the first XLOOKUP and the same number of columns as the second, so we should be safe with this. Now I will close the bracket and press enter. You can see now that I can select the student ID and the section, and our results change as we wanted. Just made it in time. And that's a quick look at XLOOKUP for our function of the week. If you enjoyed this video, then give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe for the channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye until next time.